When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
We yell loud and proud because we love the Mangum Tigers. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. On and off the field, we support the Tigers through and through, because once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. And Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to baseball on Classic Hits 97.7. Chad, I'm a little loud in my own head there. There we go. I love the sound of my voice, but not that loud. So, Chad Fox, Michael Barnes, and a shovel with us here this afternoon to get the dust off as we get ready for baseball this afternoon between the Cordell Blue Devils and the Mangum Tigers. It'll be Mason Hoppengardner on the bump this afternoon for Mangum. His battery mate, Jackson Brooks. Mason Parker is at first. Braylon Martinez will be the second baseman this afternoon. Nate Augustine is at third. Ashton Pride at short. The outfield from left to right, Jackson Reisner, Aiden Warner, and Ashton Wetzel. And we were just about ready to get this one underway. I got tickled at Jackson Brooks. Of course, he's affable, always wanting to shake my hand, say hello, thank me for being here. And he said, what do you think about this dust? I said, well, it's dusty. He said, but if you look straight up, it's clear. I said, Jackson, you've lost your mind. It is not clear if you look straight up. Oh, well, to be young, right? J.D. Maddox set to lead it off here for Cordell. Maddox will be followed by Danny Corbin and then Samuel Lindsay. And the first pitch from Hoppengardner inside to Maddox. It's a ball, 1-0, and we are underway. Middle third of the lineup for Cordell, Tucker Pierce, Caden Rivera, and Scout Regier. Alex Kennedy, Corbin Dobbs, and Brandon Walker. 7, 8, 9 in the lineup for the Blue Devils. They come in with a record of 1-9. Their only victory against Hobart. As Hoppengardner upstairs with that pitch, 2-0. Hoppy trying to find home plate early on, wind blowing in his face, so that should not be an issue. But the lone victory for Cordell came against Hobart back on the 27th of March. They beat Hobart in a veritable slugfest. 17-16 was the final score. This one's popped up into foul territory, and giving chase and making the play will be Augustine for round number 1. Good job by Augustine to locate the baseball in foul territory and make the catch as the wind made that one dance. So there is one gone. Mangum and Cordell have played once earlier this year, and Mangum won that ball game 15-3 at the Shortgrass Tournament over at Hollis. They've got a couple of common opponents, including Sayre, and Cordell losing to Sayre 12-4 last night. Meantime, Mangum losing last night as well in a ball game that Casey Kroom told me he had 2 pitchers throw over 70 balls last night. Why? Well, because Burns-Flattdale City won it by a final score of 18-17. How crazy is that? This guy tells me on the scouting report, too, that Mangum kind of threw the baseball around the field and couldn't make plays defensively. Hoppengardner pitch upstairs here to Corbin, and it's 2-0 on the center fielder for Cordell. And you can hear the venerable facility rattling with that wind out of the south. Ground ball foul down the third base line. 2-1 now on Danny Corbin. Chad Fox once again finding himself inside the truck here this evening. Last time we were here, last week, he was in the truck because it was cold. He's in the truck today because, well, it's breezy. 2-1 pitch, curveball, good one there. 2-2 now on Danny Corbin. So good job by Hoppengardner to come back after falling behind in the count, now to level it off at 2-2. All is right in my world as my Kansas City Royals won their first game of the year last night. Line shot down the line. That'll get fair, and that'll get all the way to the wall. On his way to second base is Danny Corbin with a stand-up double. And it's a one-out shot down the line. Boy, Corbin hit it hard and hit it on the button, and he is aboard with one gone here out at second base. That'll bring the third-place hitter, Samuel Lindsay, to the plate. Lindsay, big-bodied kid, so he can put a charge into it. First baseman this afternoon for this group from Cordell. Hoppengardner, big lead out there at second base for Corbin, and Hoppy will chase him back. Kansas City got out to a big lead last night against Toronto and then held on, won their first game in 4 tries. First pitch on the way here, inside to Lindsay. The count on Samuel is 1-0. Lindsay, kind of like Vlad Guerrero Jr., body-wise. Big, thick, strong kid. You bet he can put a charge into the baseball. He's ahead of the count here, 1-0. Hoppengardner's pitch, fouled back to the screen, and that'll level things at 1-1. By the way, Chad Fox doing a great job of setting us up here as we are directly behind home plate. Got the camera there as well. I'm telling you, we may lose him someday to ESPN. One pitch on the way here. Kind of a excuse me swing there. And the count 1-2 now on Lindsay as he fouled it on the third base side. Of course, Chad could be bucking for that chair vacated by Jim Nance last night. One shining moment. Nance now done in the final 4. 1-2 pitch on the way here. A little bit low for a ball. That'll level the count at 2-2 on Samuel Lindsay. Danny Corbin out at second base with one gone. He hit a double down the line a moment ago. 2-2 pitch on the way from Hoppengardner. Upstairs as the curveball didn't turn, and Lindsay runs the count full now with a runner at second base. This may be a game where Staff pitches. Ground ball towards short. Pride will throw to first, get the easy out. Taking third on the play will be Corbin. He's there with 2 gone. It's a good decision by Ashton Pride. You're in the first inning. You've got to sure out over at first base. Don't run the risk of throwing to third, throwing behind the runner, and allowing the The runner to be safe at third and runner safe at first as well. Get that sure out and move on. So 2 gone now to the left-handed hitting Tucker Pierce. Pierce, the shortstop for Cordell. First pitch sails outside, 1-0 on Tucker. Corbin at third now with 2 outs in the inning. Hoppengartner trying to get out of the frame unscathed. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Curveball stayed outside, and that'll run the count to 2-0. Caden Rivera waits in the on-deck circle. Rivera, the pitcher here this afternoon for Cordell. That one fouled back to the screen. And again, if you're asleep, that'll wake you up in a hurry. You get to see the level of trust of people as well when it comes to trusting the fence. And is it going to stop the baseball from coming back and slapping me in the face? Most people don't trust the fence. 2-1 pitch from Hoppengartner on the way here. Strays outside, gets away from the catcher. And scoring from third base with a wild pitch will be Corbin. And Cordell will strike first. It's 1-0. Count on Tucker Pierce now, 3-1. And I really didn't think it was possible, but the wind has strengthened somewhat now. My goodness. So I guess we're on several different platforms here this afternoon on radio. Classic Hits 97.7 on the 107 The Zone Facebook page, Blue Devil TV, Tiger TV, ball 4 delivered here. So Pierce will keep the inning alive with the 2-out walk. I don't even know if Chad brought a headset. Been boycotting me lately. Got that passive-aggressive thing going on. Say, well, you sound really good, so I don't need to join you. Yeah. Rivera takes outside here, 1-0 on Caden. Run across. He got it out. A run across here in inning number 1 for Cordell. Mangum trying to shut it down. 1-0 pitch. You can tell the frustration there for Hoppy. He didn't like the landing point or something there because he showed some frustration there. Count 2-0 on the right-handed hitting Caden Rivera, trying to help his own cause. Huge lead at first base for Tucker Pierce. Outside for a ball. 3-0 now on Rivera. And I'm a little surprised as big a lead as Pierce has over there at first base that he doesn't take off. I mean, it's a man's lead over there. There's a cold strike. 3-1 now on Rivera. One of those that Hoppy knew he had to get over home plate, and he did. Three-one pitch on the way here. Ball 4 back to the screen. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs. So a double. Fielder's choice and a wild pitch got 1 run. Back-to-back walks here with 2 outs now. Has put runners at first and second in this first inning for Cordell. Scout Regier now will step in. First pitch on the way to Scout. And the catcher looks at ball 1. Let's go. 1-0 pitch on the way from Hoppengartner. Again inside. And the count now 2-0. Sandy Hopper Payne, Mackenzie Bates, Laughlin Bates has joined us for the broadcast. Good to have you guys along. Brody Smith says, let's go Mangum, get it done. Brent Peters says, go Tigers. And David Henry says, let's go Tigers. Ball 3 here to Regier. The count 3-0 now on Scout. 1-0 ball game here in inning number 1. Runners at first and second for Cordell. And Hoppy trying to get out of the frame. Called strength there, and the count 3-1 now on Regier. Lindsay at second. Pierce at first. No, take that back. Pierce is at second, and Rivera is at first. Upstairs, ball 4, bases now loaded for Alex Kennedy. So Hoppengardner needing to get out of the inning here. Kennedy steps in. First pitch on the way. Back to the screen. Here comes the runner. Mangum got a chance to get him. Throw wide of Hoppengardner. And safe at home on the play is Tucker Pierce. The ball came off the backside quickly. Jackson Brooks got it. But the ball got by Mason. Hoppy couldn't apply the tag. And safe at home is Tucker Pierce. Caden Rivera goes to third. Scout Regier is at second. And the count on Alex Kennedy is 1-0. It looks like now that Cordell going to go with a courtesy runner at third base. Bobby Blackburn asking for time, getting it, and he will send in a courtesy runner. Lundy will come in. And courtesy run here with 2 out and 2 gone and 2 across in inning number 1. Count 1-0 on Alex Kennedy. Kennedy, the third baseman this afternoon for the Blue Devils. Meantime, Mason Hoppengardner having a conversation with Tim Chemansky. I'm not sure what that was about. Hoppy's 1-0 pitch on the way here. Rolled on the ground, foul down the third base line. And that'll level the count at 1-1. So Kennedy did a good job of putting bat on ball, just couldn't keep it fair. Corbin Dobbs, the designated hitter, waiting in the on-deck circle. Cordell has pushed a couple across here in inning number 1. Mangum trying to get out of the frame. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Hoppy, and the count now 1-2 on Alex Kennedy. So Mason Hoppengardner, strike away from getting out of the inning with just 2 runs coming across. Runners at second and third, and here's the pitch. Headed for the back of the screen, and a great job by Brooks to go get it. Lundy, like me, thought that was headed to the screen, and Lundy was ready to head home from third and had to retreat after Brooks made the catch. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Nub foul. Good job there by the batter, Alex Kennedy, to keep it alive. That's a tough pitch. And he waited until it traveled all the way in and just nubbed it foul. So the count will stay 2-2. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch from Hoppengardner. Downstairs, blocked nicely by Brooks. And the count full 3-2.
Get him right here. Let's go.
Hoppengardner's payoff pitch on the way here. Ball 4, bases loaded. And that is the fourth walk in a row for Mason. And again, kind of a case where I think he's got to get out of the inning. The arms just aren't there right now for Mangum. Corbin Dobbs now will step in. Dobbs, the designated hitter, looks at the ball downstairs, 1-0. Mason laboring here in the first. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, good pitch there. Threw the fastball right on by Dobbs, and the count 1-1 now on Corbin. We talked about that game yesterday, 18-17. With the wind the way it is today, you may see another ball game like that. 1-1 offering on the way to Dobbs. Fouled that one on the left side, and it's 1-2 now on the designated hitter from Cordell.
Hey, one more here, Hop. Let's go.
Bases full. 2 gone here. It's first inning of play. Ground ball knocked down by Pride, a deep short, but a run will come home and everybody will be safe. Rivera scores the 3rd run of the inning. Regier goes to 3rd, Kennedy to 2nd, and an infield single and an RBI for Corbin Dobbs. Nice play by shortstop Ashton Pride to knock that baseball down. Otherwise, it rolls into left field and a couple of other runs might score. 9th place hitter will pop the first pitch he sees up in the air. It'll bounce once time to Mason Hoppengardner, who throws to first, and the inning will come to an end. But not before 3 runs come home for Cordell in the inning. 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 4 walks, and the bases were left loaded. At the end of a half inning of play, it's Cordell 3, Mangum coming to bat. We are Classic Hits 97.7.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, you shouldn't have, but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
The Mangum Star News has been serving southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
So we head to the bottom of the first inning. Mangum trailing 3-0. It'll be Ashton Pride, Braylon Martinez, and Nathan Augustine, numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the batting order. Middle third, Mason Hoppengardner, Jackson Brooks, and Aiden Warner. And in the bottom third, Jackson Reisner, Ashton Wetzel, and Mason Parker. So it's Pride, Martinez, and Augustine, Hoppengardner, Brooks, and Warner, Reisner, Wetzel, and Parker. Your batting order for Mangum here this afternoon. Defensively, Caden Rivera on the bump for the Blue Devils. His battery mate is Scout Regier. Samuel Lindsay is at first. Jackson Eldridge is the second baseman. Alex Kennedy at third. Tucker Pierce is the shortstop. And the outfield from left to right, J.D. Maddox, Danny Corbin, and Braden Walker. So 3 in that first inning for Cordell. Mangum trying to answer their half of the frame. You have to be patient indeed. A couple of events coming up that you'll want to mark your calendars for. One is the prom, Mangum prom, coming up on the 14th. That's a week from Friday, right? I've got my numbers correct there. Yeah, a week from Friday. April 14th, prom will take place. And then Jennifer Warner letting us know that the all sports banquet has been set. It will be on Thursday, May the 11th. Thursday, May 11th for the sports banquet. So mark your calendars for those 2 events. We say good afternoon to Jennifer Allen, who has joined us in the broadcast booth. An extended warm-up period here to begin the ball game for Caden Rivera. I first looked out there at Rivera, and he's, you know, nowadays the style is to wear your hair long and have lots of it coming out of your cap. Back in the 70s, that was popular. But when I first looked up at Caden, I thought, he's got a bucket hat on. But he doesn't. It's not a bucket hat. It's his cap and the hair flowing in the south wind. First pitch to Pride, taken downstairs for a ball. The count 1-0 on Ashton. Glad you could join us here on Classic Hits 97.7 and also on the Facebook page and on the we can't get on is CBS. 1-1 now on Ashton Pride. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. And are you like me? Did you give up on the ball game last night? UConn just absolutely demolishing San Diego State. 3-0 pitch, 2-1 pitch actually. Outside per ball, 3-1 now on Ashton Pride. I had to laugh. I was checking Mangum scores, and of course when we were here last, it was Tuesday night of last week when Mangum outlasted Hobart 17-11. 3-1 pitch. Ashton probably swung at ball 4, found it out of play. It's 3-2. But you'll remember the scoreboard showed 19-11, and the umpire said, "Okay, that's an 8-run rule. We're done." And in essence, it was not 19-11. It was 17-11, and that's how the score went down in the books. Payoff pitch on the way here from Rivera. Whacked right back into center field. That'll be a base hit. Good job by Ashton. Stayed right on the baseball and hit it right back where it came from. So a single to lead off the ball game for Ashton Pride. Here's Braylon Martinez, our first look at Braylon this season in a baseball uniform. Memory serves correct, he was on the football team. And I would think that Braylon probably looking to move Ashton Pride over to second base. He does square, show bunt. That one is foul. It's 0-1 on Braylon Martinez. It is a Wrigley Field kind of day here at the old ballpark. When the wind blows out on the south side of Chicago, there are a lot of runs that are scored at Wrigley. It's going to be a day like that already. 3-0, we're in the bottom of the first inning. Runner at first, that's Pride. Pretty good lead. There he goes. And the throw, not in time. I'm not sure about that slide, but it's a stolen base for Ashton. Kind of went in sideways. Couldn't make up his mind how he wanted to attack the bag. So the count even on Braylon Martinez now at 1-1. And so Braylon, if he doesn't bunt Pride to third, at least roll the ball on the right side of the infield. Pitch on the way. He does try to go the opposite way. Fouled it back to the screen. 1-2 now on Braylon.
Hey, you're on it, Bray.
Sandy Hopper Payne watching rather than having her hair blow in the breeze. 1-2 pitch. Curveball that did not move. Stayed upstairs. And a little level the count at 2-2. Rivera was looking for the 12-6 curveball and didn't get it as it stayed up high. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Good job by Martinez to let that one stay outside. And Braylon's run the count full, 3-2. Again, Martinez, if he can put the ball in play on the right side, beneficial to the Tigers. Swing and a miss, though. Strikes out on the fastball. Martinez gone on strikes, first out of the ball game for Mangum, and it'll bring Nate Augustine to the plate. Augustine a chance to get a run home from second base. Every once in a while you get the idea that the wind has died down, and then it reminds you very quickly that it is not. Pitch upstairs, count 1-0 on Augustine. We're on the backside of a ferocious low-pressure system that wreaking havoc in the Ohio Valley with severe weather. And they'll chase Pride back to second base. Saw a report upper Midwest, parts of the Northeast may get heavy snow. Yikes. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Right back up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Augustine. They'll hold Pride at third base as Nate hit that ball hard, and it got to the center fielder, Danny Corbin, quickly. So runners at the corners now for Mangum with one gone in inning number 1. Excellent hitting by both Pride and Augustine. When you drive it right back up over the pitcher's head, that means you are right on the baseball. So let's see if they send Augustine here. Pride over at third. Pretty good lead for Nate at first. He'll jog second base and go in standing out. And you could hear Bobby Blackburn hollering at his club. Nobody talked. Nobody said anything. So the count 1-0 on Hoppengardner. 2 runners in scoring position. Chance to help his own cause. He'll roll this one on the ground towards short. Tough play in between Hop. Got by Tucker Pierce. And they're going to send Augustine. The low throw is high and off the mark, and Nate will score easily. It's a 3-2 ball game. It looked like Pierce was going to be able to at least field and make a play towards first base, but that ball took a wicked hop, got by him and into left field, and Augustine was off for the races. So give a single to Hoppengardner and an RBI. And now Jackson Brooks will step in. Brooks, the catcher. Chance to tie the ball game with Hoppengardner out at second. 1 gone in the first. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Jackson. And I guess it could be worse. That wind could be out of the north. Now, that would be brutal. 1-0 pitch on the way here. And roll down the third base line. That is a fair ball. As scoring from second base will be Hoppengardner. Brooks had a thought about going to second, but will drop anchor at first. And Jackson with the RBI single. And he has tied the ball game at 3. Well, so far, Caden Rivera not really fooling anybody in a Mangum uniform. He did get Braylon Martinez on the strikeout, but Martinez had a couple of good cuts. So here's Aiden Warner now batting with a runner at first and 1 gone. Center fielder this afternoon for the Tigers. Throw over to first base. And got a courtesy runner over there for Brooks, and he may have been leaning a little bit towards second base. Pitch on the way to Warner. Aiden, swing, strike, ball gets away from the catcher, and the runner will go to second base. So we mentioned that tomorrow a high of about 65. At some point, the ferociousness will stop momentarily. We'll be in between the fronts. And then it will start to blow out of the north, and it will cool things off quickly. 0-1 pitch, cold strike 2. 0-2 now on Aiden Warner. Jackson Reisner waiting in the on-deck circle. Reisner came on and pitched Saturday morning and then lost to Blair and acquitted himself quite nicely. 0-2 pitch on the way to Warner. Aiden chops it towards the shortstop. Pierce will backhand, stumble, throw, and not in time! Great job by Warner hustling down the line, and Aiden going to be safe. A high hop. And then a little bit of a bobble by Pierce as he made the exchange from glove to bare hand, and that was just enough to allow Warner to make it in safely at first base. So runners at the corner, still just 1 out, and here's Jackson Reisner. There goes the runner, and safe at second base will be Aiden Warner, and coming in to score the 4th run of the ballgame for Mangum will be the courtesy runner for Jackson Brooks. And again, confusion reigns there. It's a set play for Mangum. They've done it twice now. The runner at first base just kind of jogs towards second to get the pitcher's attention and discombobulate him. Pitch sails over the head of Jackson Reisner. And the count on the left fielder is 1-0. So Mangum surrendered 3 in the top of the first, and they've come back to score 4 here in the bottom half of the frame, and are not done yet. 1-0 pitch on the way. Reisner showing bunt, and that one will stay foul. 1-1 now on Jackson. Good idea as Lindsey, the first baseman, playing relatively deep. Reisner couldn't keep it fair and level the count. Wouldn't be surprised to see Warner off from second base here. Count 1-1 on Jackson. 4-3 now. Mangum on top at the bottom of the first. Downstairs for a ball. As Reisner showed bunt, the count runs the count out at 2-1. if I shared this broadcast on the old Facebook page, but we will. That one nubbed back to the fence. And now it's 2-2 on Jackson Reisner. Ashton Wetzel waiting in the on-deck circle for Mangum. So Reisner now going to shorten up, just try to put it in play somewhere. 2-2 pitch on the way to Jackson. Now Rivera taking his time. Now he'll come homeward bound. Swing and a miss. Got his second strikeout of the inning. Reisner gone on strikes for out number 2, and that'll bring Ashton Wetzel to the plate. Wetzel, the right fielder, the same time for Mangum. Tigers on top, 4-3. And again, good speed down at second base in Warner. Bottom third of your lineup, I take a chance here. I send Warner. Rather long delivery from Rivera. You don't have to send him because the ball gets away from Regier. Warner will move up 90 feet to third base. Wild pitch. He's there with 2 gone. So now Ashton just put the ball in play somewhere and make them make a play on you, like Warner did. He beat out an infield single a moment ago. 1-0 offering. Had a notion, laid off the high heat, and it's 2-0 now on Wetzel. Mason Parker, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle. If he bats, he would be the 9th batter of the inning for Mangum. Over the head of Wetzel, the count now 3-0 on Ashton. So Wetzel going to be very selective here, and I would guess that Casey Kroom has got the take sign on. 3-0 pitch on the way. Outside ball 4, runners at first and third with 2 going. So Mangum is batted around in the inning as Mason Parker will come to the plate. Great speed all around here. Warner at third, Wetzel at first, and Parker at the plate. And Wetzel going to be off of the pitch. You just know that's going to happen. There he goes. Pitch outside. They fake the throw. And easily taking second base will be Ashton Wetzel. Say hi to Kagan Clark, who's watching, and also to just an absolute sweetheart, Sheila Circe Collins has joined us. Sheila, we had a good afternoon of meetings, no doubt about it. Busy. Nothing like the rest of the week is going to be, though. Count on Mason Parker, 2-0. Upstairs for a ball, 3-0. Sheila, one of those American kids. She got to see Kenny Chesney over the weekend. Everybody I knew was either going to see Kenny Chesney or Taylor Swift, and I didn't see either one of them. 3-0 pitch on the way here. Cold strike, 3-1. Of the two, I would prefer Kenny Chesney, but I have to admit, I have both on my iTunes. Yes, I have Taylor Swift on my iTunes. 3-1 pitch on the way here. Ball 4, bases loaded. And back to the top of the order we will go with Ashton Pride. Pride singled right back up the middle his first time around. Came around to score the first run of the ballgame. Cordell plated 3 in their half of the first, and Mangum countered so far with 4, and they're not done yet. Again, every time the stadium stops rattling, I think the wind is dying, but it's not. And there's a shot right back up the middle. Another base hit for Pride. 1 run will score. They're going to go ahead and wave home Ashton Wetzel. He will score. Now the ball gets away from the third baseman, Alex Kennedy, but saying put it second will be Mason Parker. So scoring on the play for Mangum, Warner and Wetzel. Now at second base, Mason Parker. Another single and a couple of RBI for Ashton Pride. Mangum on top now 6-3 here in inning number 1. Another opportunity for Braylon Martinez. Martinez 0 for 1. He struck out his first time around. Takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Of course, a concert we would like to see would be Ready for the World so we could hear Oh Sheila. Who remembers Purple Rain, right? 1-0 pitch. called strike. Well, it looked a little high and tight, but the count level at 1-1, and Caden Rivera says, I'll take whatever I can get. 1-1 pitch on the way down to Braylon Martinez. Had a good cut, fouled it back to the screen, and that runs the count to 1-2. Mason Parker out at second base is wreaking havoc on the concentration of Caden Rivera. If there weren't two out, I would say that probably Mangum would be running here, but with two down, I doubt it. 1-2 offering on the way. Martinez looks at ball two. Now the ball gets away from Regier. And you don't have to send anybody when you get a pass ball, and the runners advance 90 feet. So Parker down at third, Pride to second, and the count on Braylon Martinez level at 2-2. The young man can't roll one on the ground somewhere and get it into the outfield. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Curve ball upstairs, high and tight, 3-2. Nathan Augustine, who singled his first time around, waiting in the on-deck circle. Mangum has sent 11 batters to the plate. 6 have crossed home. And the 3-2 pitch on the way here. Ball 4, bases loaded for Augustine. So a good job by Martinez to come back and coax the walk out of pitcher Caden Rivera. Augustine will step in. Augustine, like Ashton Pride, hit the ball right back through the middle his first time around. Came around to score the second run of the inning, second run of the ball game. Now hits with the bases juiced and 2 gone. First pitch on the way to Augustine. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. That ball about 3 inches lower, and he hammers it, but it was just above the hands. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Lifted in the air, foul on the right side. And that'll level the count at 1-1. Good cut there by Augustine. Parker at third, Pride at second, Martinez at first, and Augustine at the plate. Mangum was 6 in the inning, looking to add to it with 2 outs. Downstairs for a ball. And count 2-1 on the Mangum third baseman. Meantime, Mason Hoppengarter got to be happy. He's in the on-deck circle, but he's pitching this afternoon. He's got to be happy with the offensive output here. Ground ball towards third. Pierce on the hop, throws in time, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Mangum comes up with 6 runs in the inning. 6 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors, and the bases left loaded. We played an inning. Mangum 6, Cordell 3. More Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make The Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Dave McCook appreciating the first inning for Mangum. They lead 6-3 as we go to the second. Cordell batting around in their half of that first inning, and We'll go back to the top of the order. It'll be J.D. Maddox, Danny Corbin, and Samuel Lindsay for the Blue Devils. By the way, speaking of Cordell, put in a word for my longtime dear friend, the Right Reverend. He hates it when I call him that. Mike Laird, the preacher over at the First Methodist Church there in Cordell. I'm sure getting ready for Sunday services. Mike, we love you, bud. And we know that those special days like Easter are always fun to preach on those days for you. So I know you'll have a good morning. Pitch downstairs to Maddox. JD down in the count 1-0. Maddox 0 for 1. He fouled out his first time around. Ball that danced all around. 1-0 pitch. A little bit low for ball 2. 2-0. I'm going to go out on a limb, and Augustine will probably agree with me. The home plate umpire maybe doesn't have that many games under his belt because he is flinching behind home plate. Outside for a ball, and the count 3-0. So Hoppengardner having a hard time finding home plate. Stake to a 3-run lead. Get out. Play. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 downstairs. Maddox had a notion maybe going to second base as the ball got away from Jackson Brooks, but Jackson recovering quickly, and JD will stay down there at first base. So he's aboard with nobody out here in inning number 2. Mike and Melinda have been in Cordell, I think this is their 3rd year up there now. Of course, I got to know him when he was an Ardmore and a radio guy. Pretty good, too. There goes Maddox. Pitches a strike. Throw not going to be in time as Maddox will jam himself into second base with a stolen base. And Hoppy, an infielder by trade, third baseman, and his delivery somewhat long and languid to home plate. Maddox runs extremely well. Got a great jump and was in there easily. So he's in scoring position with nobody out here in the second. Pitch upstairs to Corbin. And the count level on Danny at 1-1. Corbin scored the first run of the ball game for Cordell as he reached an inning ago. Downstairs, the count now 2-1 on Danny. Center fielder here for this group from Cordell. 2-1 pitch on the way from Hoppengardner as Martinez bird dogging at second. Again, downstairs. Brooks got to go down and smother the base. 1 now on Danny. Back walks to begin the inning for Cordell, and Samuel Lindsay will step in. Lindsay rolled out to short his first time around, and we get a pitching change here. Pitching change going to be made in the top of the second. Mangum on top 6-3. Cordell with runners at first and second and nobody out. And we're back on Classic Hits 97.7.
We are a community of ongoing legacy and tradition. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are so proud of the continued success of the Mangum Tigers on and off the field. Good luck on another exciting sports season, Tigers. Cattlemen's Bank is behind you all the way.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Well, we say howdy this afternoon to Elaine Mills-Smith, who has joined us in the broadcast booth. Elaine, hold on to your hat. It is a skirt alert day, no doubt about it. So changes aplenty for Mangum. Jackson Reiser going to leave left field and go to the bump. Mason Hoppengardner will go to third. That'll move Nate Augustine over to second. And then Braylon Martinez will go out to left field. So talked about having a scorebook and a scorecard and all that stuff. This is when you get to draw arrows. And you got Hoppengardner going to third. You got that arrow there. And then you got Augustine, the arrow to second. And then Martinez, the arrow to left. And Reiser. It's good stuff. Hieroglyphics. So Samuel Lindsay will step in. Lindsay 0 for 1, grounded to short in his first plate appearance. J.D. Maddox is at second. Corbin is at first. Nobody out in the inning. Mangum on top 6-3. Bunt. Cordell trying to answer in the bottom half of the frame. Or in the top half of the frame, rather. Meantime, if you're down upstairs, or actually, ball from didn't he? He did. Reiser's pitch on the way here. Outside for a ball. It is 2-0. Jackson, of course, pitched Saturday morning, and again, his mom talking about how had to get out of his comfort zone to do that. 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. 2-1. And again, if you're Reiser, put the ball over the plate, let your defense make plays behind you. Get a ground ball somewhere, a fly ball. 2-1 offering on the way here. There's the ground ball underneath Reisner's glove. Pride will flip to second. They'll get one, and that'll be the only out. Good play by Ashton, and an excellent job by Nate to cover the bag. As the first out of the inning will be Danny Corbin, retired on the fielder's choice. That went 6-4. So they got the 6-4. They just couldn't get to 3. And, of course, it could be 25 or 6-4. Thank you, Chicago. In concert at Starlight Theater in Kansas City, Memorial Day weekend that Friday. Would love to go, but not going to be able to. I wonder when they're giving a VIP package away for one of their shows in New York City and another one in Las Vegas. I've seen them in Thackerville. I've seen them in Lawton. I mean, why not step up my game and go to Vegas, right? All right, so Reisner now with runners at first and second, one gone in the inning. And the left-handed hitting Tucker Pierce will step in. Pierce walked and scored his first time around. Maddox is over at third. Lindsay is at first. And a ground ball off the body of Pierce, and it's 0-1 on Tucker. And again, you like the idea of put the ball in play and let your defense go to work for you. Of course, he runs from the left side of the box, so he'll be hard to double up. There goes Lindsay. There's a shot into left center or right center field. That one is going to carry all the way to the fence. Storing easily from third will be Maddox. Let's see if they wave Lindsay. Here comes Lindsay, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and making his way home as he slides in with the fifth run of the ballgame. Stand-up double for Lindsay, boy, or rather Tucker Pierce, and Pierce hit it on the screws. Couple of RBI for Tucker. And it was a good thing that Samuel was off with a pitch. Otherwise, he may not have been able to lumber home on the play. So still just one down, and here's Caden Rivera. Rivera walked, scored his first time around. Got a chance to even the ball game right about now as he is the pitcher for Cordell. Pierce out at second, one gone in the inning. Reisner's pitch hit into right field. That'll be a base hit. Wetzel quickly to the baseball. They're going to send the runner, and he will score, and we're tied at 6. Good piece of hitting by Caden Rivera. Went the opposite way. Shot it into right field. Pierce off with the tink of the bat and scores from second. So a single and an RBI for Caden Rivera. 6-6, and here's Scout Regier. Yeah. We told you it was a Wrigley Field day here with the wind blowing out and scoring will be aplenty. And we're in the second inning with one gone, and it's 6-6. Swing and a miss here. May have been a foul tip. Regier did get a piece of it, 0-1 on Scout. He walked his first time around, was left stranded at third base. So that ball hit by Pierce, really the first one hit hard here this afternoon. Here's a foul back to the screen, 0-2. Good pitch there by Jackson Reisner. Got it on the hands of Regier, and he fought it off, but couldn't do anything with it. 0-2 now on Scout. Jackson would love nothing better than to get a strikeout right about now. 0-2 pitch on the way. Downstairs. Good job of smothering the ball by Jackson Brooks. It's 1-2. Rivera over at first, and given the fact that he is the pitcher, probably not going to see him run in this situation, I wouldn't think. For everybody else, it's a track meet. 1-2 pitch, again, off the fist. My goodness, it's a good thing that it's a 85-degree day. Otherwise, that one is rattling the hands of Scout Regier. 1-2 on Scout. By the way, those two runs that came around to score, they actually the responsibility of Mason Hoppengardner, as they were both aboard. Now a pitch back to the screen. Brooks tried to backhand it, and Jackson couldn't get there. The count 2-2 on Regier. Rivera now at second base. Still just one out in the inning. Two-two pitch on the way from Reisner. Ooh, a little bit low for ball three. And the count full now on Regier. Say hi to Denise Short, who's checked out the broadcast. Denise, we understand the softball team victorious earlier today at the festival over in Sayre. Ball four, runners at first and second out. Regier on board for the second time of the ballgame via the walk. Alex Kennedy, the third baseman, now will step in. Kennedy walked as well in inning number one, but was left stranded. Tied at 6, one gone in the top of the second inning. A veritable slugfest between these two clubs. There's a called strike. 0-1 now on Kennedy. And when broke back over the plate, Josh Trent up there, Cordell. And out at third base. On a delay by Rivera or a missed sign or something. Well, now they call him safe? What's the call? So apparently Hoppengardner did not have the baseball in his glove, and they now say that Rivera is safe. Yikes. Regier stays at first. And the count 1-1 on the batter, Alex Kennedy. Wow. So Rivera was late leaving second base. Now the ball going to get away, and he will come in to score easily. And headed down to second base will be Regier. So the wild pitch runs the count to 2-1 on Kennedy. Allows Cordell to score their seventh run of the ball game. And puts Regier in scoring position with one out here in this second inning of play. So that missed tag or ball not in the glove, whatever the call was at third base, costing a run there. Here's a called strike. And the count now level at 2-2 on Alex Kennedy. Boy, for Jackson Reisner, this is the part of the order you better go get out. Bottom third. That one behind the batter and gets to the screen, and Regier will jog into third base. Talking about Josh Trent, of course, he's mature. 3-2 pitch on the way here. Popped up back behind us. It'll stay 3-2 on Alex Kennedy. Good job by Kennedy to spoil a pretty good pitch there. Losing a wild one to Burnside City yesterday, which Casey Kroom had to use 2 pitchers that went over 70 pitches. Little excuse me swing, foul, and it'll stay full 3-2. A good piece of hitting right there by Alex Kennedy. Out there a little bit. Kennedy aboard for the second time of the ball game via the walk, and that'll bring Corbin Dobbs to the plate. Dobbs an RBI single his first time around. Don't know that you are able to hear it at home, but the difference here tonight as opposed to the 3 games over to Hobart with the wooden bats, and now we've got the composite bats that we're playing with here this afternoon. So runners at first and third for Cordell. They've retaken the lead 7-6. Regier is at third, Kennedy at first. There goes Kennedy. They will throw down, and Alex will slide in safely with a stolen base. Good throw by Brooks, but a better jump by Kennedy. Count 0-1 on Dobbs. So Dobbs now an opportunity to drive home 2 here with 2 out. Outfield having to play deep because of the wind, and so that allows a lot of room out there. Good job by Brooks to knock that one down. Count level at 1-1. Brandon Walker waits in the on-deck circle, and if he hits in the inning, that'll be 2 in a row, and Cordell has batted around. 4 across so far for the Blue Devils in the second. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball headed towards left field. Pride will knock it down. Long throw, not going to be in time. And Regier will score the 8th run of the ballgame for Cordell. It goes as an infield single for Corbin Dobbs. Give him his second RBI of the ballgame. And Brandon Walker will bat. So batting around in the second inning, this group from Cordell. They now lead 8-6. Bunt goes right back to Reisner. He'll bobble, get it, throw in time for out number 2. Good job by Jackson to stay with it. And good job by Mason Parker to go find first base on the play. So moving up to third is Kennedy. Dobbs will go to second. And J.D. Maddox will bat for the 3rd time of the ballgame, and we're still in inning number 2. Maddox is fouled out, walked, stole a base, and scored. Officially 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Cordell on top by 2 and runners in scoring position. Reisner trying to get out of the frame. Pitch outside for a ball. And we count 1-0 on J.D. Maddox. Again, Maddox, a great athlete, great back control, and not a guy that you want to let him hit when he's ahead in the count. 1-0 pitch. Behind him, 2-0 now on J.D. Good job by Maddox. Not only did he drop down, but took the bat with him. Count 2-0 on the left fielder for Cordell. 2-0 pitch goes back to the screen. Coming in from third to score is Kennedy. 9-6. Corbin Dobbs, who labored in running to first base on that infield single, will stay over at second base. Timeout going to be taken here. Casey Kroom. Nope. It'll be instead Tommy Pride to come out and signal for another pitching change. So a pitching change is going to be made here. It's 9-6. Cordell on top, and we're back with the changes after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Hi, I'm Anna at Dapper 14 Boutique in Mangum. Are you looking for new clothes and accessories that are on trend, flattering, and comfy? Dapper 14 is just the place. We carry sizes small through 3X. Stop by 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Find us on Facebook or Instagram, or visit the website at dapyr14.com. We appreciate our customers, we love our community, and we always root for the Tigers.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month 4,500 GWC powertrain warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers!
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
So the arrows on the scorecard really are confusing now. I mean, it's like you're on a mix master in L.A. or something trying to figure out which way to go. What we have done now is Jackson Brooks has taken off the tools of ignorance, which are also known as the catching gear, and he has given those to Mason Hoppengardner. Jackson is now on the bump. Mason is behind the plate. That means we need a third baseman. Oh, let's go ahead and bring Nate Augustine back to third from second because he was at third before, right? And then Jackson Reisner, who was in left field, well, we're going to send him back there from the mound, so he's in left. And then Braylon Martinez, who started the ball game at second base, went to left, is now back at second base. There you go. The good news is the batting order stays the same. Diana Kendall has joined us. Hello, Diana. I think of you in the song by Filter, Take a Picture. So it is and again, we've got scoreboard issues. It should be 9-6, correct? So it's 9-6. Cordell on top. Runner at second base. And the count on J.D. Maddox, I've got 2-1, but the scoreboard says 3-0. There's a called strike, and Maddox was headed towards first base. And if anything is close to home plate, and Augustine will agree with me on that, when you're running out of the box and it's even close, you're going to get a strike. Might as well stick and stay and find out. 3-1 offering on the way here. Little ground ball. And it's in between. Martinez throw in time to get Maddox at first base. Oh, what a bang-bang play there by Braylon Martinez. And the inning will come to an end on that. But Cordell counters with 6 in the inning and have retaken the lead. Blue Devils 9, Mangum 6. Coming to bat in the bottom of the second on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
Well, a sparkling play by Mangum defensively to end that top half of inning number 2. An opportunity to get the 6 and try to cut into that 9-6 deficit as they scored 6 in the first inning of play after giving up 3 in the top half of the first inning. And give credit to Cordell. They came right back and scored 6 of their own. So Mason Hoppengardner now will step in. Hoppengardner has got to been all over the place in the early going. Mason, first pitch swinging, lifts it into shallow right field, and there to make the play for Cordell will be right fielder Braden Walker, and there's one gone. So one out here in the second for Mangum. Hoppengardner, in his first plate appearance, singled, drove in a run. Brooks out in front of that off-speed pitch. And it's 0-1 on Jackson. Jackson drove in a run his first time around. Came around to score as well. So one out here in the second. Mangum trailing 9-6. 0-1 pitch. Jackson had a notion, laid off, and it's level at 1-1. Kind of sailed inside. Kind of got in on the wind. This one's lifted on the right side. Shallow right field, and 2 up, 2 down. As the right fielder Braden Walker has made back-to-back plays. I wonder if Mangum trying to go the opposite way on purpose, or what, but whatever the case is. 2 gone now. And that'll bring Aiden Warner to the plate. Warner, infield single his first time around, came around to score a run. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1 on Aiden. Center fielder for the Tigers. The wind maybe abating just a little bit, possibly. Almost see sky instead of dirt. Nah. 1-1 now, the count on the center fielder for Mangum. Aiden again chops this one towards short. Long run for Pierce. Tucker will throw, not nearly in time. Ball gets away, but Warner will stay put at first base. It's another infield single for Aiden Warner. And a great job of just simply putting the ball in play and legging out the infield single. We'll keep the inning alive here for Jackson Reisner. Now we will have what looks to be a pitching change for Cordell as well. We're in the bottom of the second inning, 2 out. And Cordell on top, Mangum 9-6. We're back after the pitching change on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
We yell loud and proud because we love the Mangum Tigers. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. On and off the field, we support the Tigers through and through, because once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. And Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
First National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Mangum Tiger Athletics. At First National Bank, supporting our schools and athletic programs is our top priority. We appreciate and support our community through and through. At First National Bank, you can hear us roar. Go Tigers! We wish you a season of great success. First National Bank and Trust Company, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So the arrow's not nearly as dramatic for the pitching change with Cordell. Caden Rivera will go to shortstop, and Tucker Pierce will come to the bump, and there you've got it. Jackson Reisner now steps in. Reisner 0 for 1. He struck out. 2 gone here in the second. Over at first base, Aiden Warner. And there goes Warner. Swing and a miss. Reisner waving on the fastball. Stolen base for Aiden. So he's in scoring position with 2 gone. 0-1 now on Jackson. Three in the first for Cordell, 6 for Mangum. And then the Blue Devils countering with 6 in the top of the second. We're playing the bottom half of the frame. 0-1 pitch. Boy, that nearly got Reisner, and those who've never been hit with a baseball are urging Jackson to wear it. Easily said from our comfy seats at home and in the stands. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Upstairs for ball, 2-1. First of all, it defies logic. If something is coming at me, I'm going to get out of the way. Unless I'm playing football. I'm going to rock it back the other way. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Popped up on the infield. It'll get out of play. And it's 2-2. Of course, I guess it could be basketball, and you could take a charge on the play as well. 2-2 count now on Jackson Reisner. Runner at second base, 2 gone here in the second. And Pierce's pitch a little bit low for a ball. Count full now, 3-2.
Ball forward, let's go.
3-2 pitch on the way. Popped up. Shallow center field. Ball carrying now a little bit deeper. And the catch is made by Danny Corbin for out number 3. So 3 fly ball outs for Mangum in their half of the second. And they will come up empty. No runs. There was a hit. No errors. And a runner left on board. We played 2. Cordell 9. Mangum 6. And we're Classic Hits 97.7.
When you need auto repairs, save money, and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Fresh floral arrangements created here in Mangum are the hallmark of owner Darla Hately at Flowers Unlimited. Remember that fresh flowers are a very personal and special gift that is so cherished when delivered for birthdays and anniversaries. She might say, "You shouldn't have," but she'll be delighted. Flowers Unlimited. Call local at 580-782-2122. That's 782-2122. Flowers Unlimited in Mangum.
Jackson Brooks set to go to work here in inning number 3 for Mangum, and he will be facing numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Danny Corbin, Samuel Lindsay, and Tucker Pierce. Mangum has seen Cordell put a lot of base runners on board and some suspect defense at times, but he's not being able to put the ball over the plate. Been the big problem. Jackson can find home plate here and keep his club close as we play in the third. Again, both teams played yesterday. Mangum losing to Burns Flat Dill City 18-17. And Cordell lost to Sayre 12-4. Mangum has dropped 3 in a row. They won that ball game against Geronimo Thursday night 17-3. And that was the tail end of a 4-game winning streak, and now they're on a 3-game losing streak and lost 10-0, 10-1, and then that 18-17 ball game. That's one that'll take it out of you. You got to come back and play the next night. Pitch outside to Corbin, 1-0 on Danny. He has walked and scored, reached on a fielder's choice. Think about Jackson Brooks. He has a little giddy up to his pitches, and sometimes he overthrows them as he did there. Coming over the top and throw that ball into the dirt. Count 2-0 on Danny Corbin. Brooks works quickly, though. 2-0 pitch. Here's a called strike. 2-1. I don't think the kids say it anymore, but the great phrase when I was a kid playing baseball, probably Chad Fox as well, rock and fire. 2-1 pitch, hit him. And boy, when that one left the hand, you knew it wasn't going to turn. It just had no spin to it at all. So the leadoff batter aboard, here's Samuel Lindsay. Lindsay has grounded out and hit into a fielder's choice. Actually had an infield single, didn't he? Yeah, he legged one out. Big fella. So the leadoff runner aboard. See what Brooks does here. There goes the runner. Throw by Hoppengardner, not in time, stolen base. Now the ball gets away and getting up quickly. Corbin headed to third. Throw going to be late, and Corbin is safe. So a stolen base for Danny. And then an error allows him to take third. He's there with nobody out here in the third. Count on Samuel Lindsay, 1-0. So Lindsay now just hit a fly ball somewhere, and he'll get the run home. Jackson Reisner retracing his down. Ball gets away from Hoppengardner, and scoring easily from third base will be Corbin. That ball just popped out of the glove of Hoppy. It was high and out of the zone. Count now 2-0 on Lindsay. So Samuel hits with the bases empty. Now a 10-6 ball game here in the third. Two-0 pitch on the way to Lindsay from Brooks. Jackson gets the strike. And the count 2-1 now on Samuel Lindsay. I think Lindsay really happy with that call. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball, Lindsay. Boy, Brooks just hossed that one right on by him. 2-2 now. Jackson working quickly. Fouled back to the screen. It'll stay at 2-2. Jackson, the third pitcher of the ball game for Mangum. Mason Hoppengardner got the start. Jackson Reisner came on in relief. There's a swing, pitch in the dirt, got away from Hoppengardner. He'll flip the first, and there's out number one. First strikeout of the ball game for Jackson. Brooks and Mason Hoppengardner did a good job of keeping that one in front. Sometimes a ball hit out in front like that, and the batter swings, and it blocks your view and gets away from you. So here's Tucker Pierce. He hit it on the button his last time around. Hit it off the fence in right center field. Tucker, 1 for 1 officially, has scored twice, driven in a run, actually drove in 2, and has fallen behind in the count here, 0-1. Kind of an excuse me swing there. Didn't mean to do it. And 0-1 on Tucker. But again, he put a charge into it his first time around. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Jackson threw that one right on by him, 0-2 now. I said this first time around. Obviously, it was the second. And we mentioned walked and scored in the first and hit that double, drove in 2 and scored in the second. Cordell scored in every frame. Curveball, ooh. Jackson wanted that one big time. Couldn't coax the strike, and it's 1-2. Did we say hi? We did not to Mackenzie Laughlin Bates. Hello, Mackenzie. 1-2 offering on the way here. Upstairs for ball 2, 2-2 now. And again, at some point, the wind is going to die because the front will be to our north. And when it does settle down, we will know that we're in between the two, and then it will hit us. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Rolled on the ground towards center field. Pride there behind the bag at second. Strong throw in time. Great play by Ashton. Ball hit hard by Tucker Pierce, but a better play by Ashton Pride behind the bag at second for out number 2. So here's Caden Rivera. Rivera walked and scored in the first. Single, drove in a run, and scored in the second. 2 gone in the third. Curveball there. And it's 1-0. Trying to get out of the inning with just 1 run. Jackson Brooks. 2-0 now on Rivera. Nope, they call it a strike. I'm sorry. 1-1. Caden, who began the ball game on the bump, for Cordell now at short. There's a called strike. Brooks ahead in the count now, 1-2. One-two pitch on the way from Jackson Brooks. Curveball. He had a little movement at the end, but still almost got Rivera. Count now 2-2. Two-two pitch on the way here. Fouled. Good piece of hitting there by Rivera. He spoiled a good pitch. And it'll stay 2-2. Mangum trailing here 10-6. Jackson Brooks trying to get out of the inning without any further damage. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Slashed foul on the right side. It'll stay 2-2. Nathan Pennypacker down there playing ball boy without a glove. And waving at that with his foot. So Jackson laboring a bit here, but trying to get out of the inning. As Rivera has fouled off a couple of pretty good pitches. 2-2 here. Outside as he went with a heater, and the count full now, 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way from Brooks. Struck him out. He got 2 in the inning. and only gave up 1 run in the frame. 1 run on no hits. There was a walk, stolen base, and an error. And at the end of 2.5, it's Cordell 10, Mangum 6. More classic hits, 97.7.
Mangum Star News has been serving southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
All right, numbers 8, 9, and 1 due up for Mangum in their half of the third. They trailed 10-6. As Tucker Pierce set to go to work in his first full inning for Cordell. He came on in relief of Caden Rivera. Rivera now playing shortstop. So Wessel will start off. Ashton walked his first time around, stole a base, and came around to score a run. So the bottom third of the lineup producing the first time around for Mangum. See if they can do likewise here in the third. Last inning, Mangum, their 3-ounce fly ball outs, kind of unusual. First pitch on the way from Tucker Pierce. Outside for ball. The count 1-0. I was delaying the home plate umpire. Gave it look like maybe for a minute he was going to call it a strike. So the count 1-0 on Wetzel. 1-0 pitch. Little ground ball back to the pitcher. Good job by Tucker to field, and Pierce will throw to first for out number 1. Pierce began the ball game at shortstop, and he showed his athleticism there as he made a nice play on the one hopper. 1 gone now for Mason Parker. Parker walked his first time around, was left stranded over at third base. Pierce's first pitch is down in the dirt, 1-0. Tucker, tall, lanky kid. I think let's go with the baseball. He looks like he's about halfway home with his arm. Reaches out and touches someone. 1-0 pitch on the way from Pierce. Took something off that one. And that'll run the count to 2-0. David Henry taking a page from Rod Carew. He says, hit it where they ain't. That was one of the great phrases from Carew. And boy, if you did not ever see him play baseball, you're missing something. And ground ball out to short. And long throw not going to be nearly in time. Good job by Caden Rivera to get the baseball, but Mason Parker runs too well. You're not going to be able to throw him out. So an infield single for Mason. He's aboard with 1 gone. In back to the top of the order will go Ashton Pride. Pride, couple of singles, 2 RBI, stolen base, and a run scored. But Carew, who played the majority of his career for the Minnesota Twins, also played for they were referred to as the California Angels, was just a professional hitter. He was unbelievable. Runner at first, 1 gone here in the third. Ashton Pride, there goes the runner. And pitch gets away, and now thinking about third. And headed towards third, and the throw not in time. Sliding underneath it, Mason Parker. Good hustle play by Mason as he's at third base with only one going. So give him a stolen base, pass ball, E2. And over at third base now, Mason Parker. One gone. Golden opportunity for Ashton Pride to get his third RBI of the ball game. Pierce's pitch taken for a strike, and it's 1-1. He kind of sped up his motion that when he could see out of the corner of his eye, I'm talking about Pierce, that Parker was off with a pitch and sped up the motion and didn't have a good delivery. 1-1 pitch here, lifted high in the air on the right side. Wynn going to keep it in play, and it bounces off the glove of Eldridge, and everybody going to be safe. Well, that ball had a funky Cole Medina spin on it to begin with, and the wind really made it dance. Eldridge got there, but he a little bit fooled by it, couldn't hold on to it, popped out of his glove, and allowed the run to score and save at first base Ashton Prime. That'll be E4, no RBI on the play. Ashton got to be off with the pitch. Thinking like me, Tucker Pierce, so he'll step off. And at least for now, make Ashton go back semi towards the bag. 10-7 ball game here in the third. Braylon Martinez digs in. There goes Pride. Martinez shows bunt. Ball gets by the catcher. Ashton will not go to third base, though. He'll just simply set up shop. So stolen base for Pride puts him in scoring position with nobody out. And the count 1-0 on Braylon Martinez. Again, Martinez, if nothing else, put the ball in play on the right side of the infield. For one thing, you get some room that way. For another, it'll put Pride at third base. Takes inside for a ball here, 2-0. Braylon struck out his first time and then walked an inning ago. 0-for-1 in the ball game. Two-0 pitch. Inside for ball three. 3-0 on Martinez. Nate Augustine waits in the on-deck circle. Pride out at second. One gone in the inning. 3-0 pitch on the way here. Cold strike, and it's 3-1 on Braylon Martinez. They have cut the lights on here in Mangum. The lights trying to cut through the dust. 3-1 pitch. Ball four. Runners at first and second, and only one gone. And again, we'll get a timeout. Popping out of the dugout, Bobby Blackburn. See if he's going to make a pitching change here. It's a 10-7 ball game. Runners at first and second for Mangum. Only one out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the third, and we're the Fox Radio Network.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
We are a community of ongoing legacy and tradition. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are so proud of the continued success of the Mangum Tigers on and off the field. Good luck on another exciting sports season, Tigers. Cattlemen's Bank is behind you all the way.
So no pitching change made. It'll still be Tucker Pierce on the bump. LaFay Maddox has joined us. And Mr. Maddox, how things changed so dramatically in a short amount of time. 3 years ago today, your wife and I were on call and at Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Today, she is teaching and doing a great job, and I found something different to do with myself as well. Runners at first and second. Here's Augustine. Nate takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Augustine in the ball game has singled, stole a base, scored, and he is grounded out. 1 for 2 in the contest. Pride is at second. And Martinez at first. And that one fouled back to the screen. Had some movement on it. Looked like Nate was on it, and it just kind of, at the last minute, dived into him, and he hit it off his fist back to the screen, 1-1. One pitch on the way here. A little bit outside for ball 2. 2-1. So Augustine can sit and look for something here. Look at that right field. And Braden Walker has made a couple of plays. Not all that deep for the way the wind is blowing. 2-1 pitch. Lifted high in the air to left field. J.D. Maddox will have it go over his head and bounce off the wall. Looked like Maddox was going to make the catch. The wind just kept pushing it. Here comes Pride to score. Winding up at third base is Martinez. And a double and an RBI for Nathan Augustine. Well, when you look at the body language of J.D. Maddox out there in left field, you get the idea that he thought that was going to be a lazy fly ball, that he was going to be able to catch the proverbial can of corn. And the wind just kept pushing it. Next thing he knows, it's up against the fence, and Mangum has scored a run. Martinez had to hold, as did Pride, to make sure the ball wasn't caught before they took off, and that's why Braylon did not score on the play. Hoppengardner now will step in. Mason looks at a pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Hoppy singled, drove in a run, scored in the first, flying to right. An inning ago. 10-8 ball game. Hoppengardner chops one into left field. That'll be a base hit. Martinez will score easily. They're going to send the runner, and safe at home, tying the ball game is Nate Augustine. So just like that, it's a 10-10 contest. Couple of RBI for Hoppengardner. He's got 3 in the ball game. Chopped that one out off of home plate, and it wound up in left field, and good job by Hoppengardner on the base running as he took second on the throw home. So here's Jackson Brooks. Brooks 1 for 2. Single, RBI, run scored, flying to right. Hoppengardner at second, still just 1 gone. And we're tied at 10, called strike on Jackson. Jackson, a little bit of a flinch there. I don't know if he didn't like the call. He's saying, well, when I'm pitching, give me that one. 0-1 offering here. Outside to the screen. Advancing 90 feet, Mason Hoppengardner. The count level on Jackson at 1-1. So now just a fly ball, and to the outfield, Mangum can take the lead. Tied at 10, we're in the third. Tucker Pierce, 1-1 on Jackson Brooks. Jackson pops it up on the infield. Trying to find it is Regier. He can't. It's a foul ball, 1-2. That is so hard to do. You got to get rid of the mask, find the baseball, kind of get your bearings where you are. You know, it's not like an infielder where you're see the ball coming at you and you're in a position to go field it. You got to come out of that crouch, and like I say, a lot of stuff going on. So Brooks an opportunity now. Pitch on the way. Lifted fouling out of play on the right side. Jackson will get another opportunity. Could be a night that my dear friend Chad Fox may be hitting up the skunk food at the Loop. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Downstairs, Jackson has run it full, 3-2. By the way, Mike Rogers checking in. Mike said, way to go, little hop. Mike, You're a big man, I know. There ain't nothing little about Hoppengardner. Come on, man. Payoff pitch on the way here. Jackson rolled it down the left field line. Fair ball inside the bag. Scoring easily will be Hoppengardner. Jackson on his horse, rumbling, poof, bumbling, poof, stumbling, and finding his way into second base with a stand-up double. And Mangum retakes the lead. 11-10 now the score. RBI on the play for Jackson Brooks. Aiden Warner now will step in. Warner been on base both times, just chopping the ball on the infield and beating it out. So he bats here with a runner at second base, one gone in the inning. Crooked numbers on the board. Mangum 11, Cordell 10. Tucker Pierce taking too long will step off the bat. Will cause, rather, Aiden Warner to step out of the batter's box. One gone in the inning. Mangum with 4 across. They've retaken the lead. Called strike. Warner bailing out. 0-1 on Aiden. Actually, 5 across in the inning, right? Pitch downstairs. Count on Warner, 1-1. Yeah, 5 across. Parker was the first to score. Then Pride, Martinez, Augustine, and Hoppengardner. And Mangum not done yet. One pitch on the way. Strike 2 to Warner, and again, Aiden ducking away from that inside pitch. One-two offering on the way here. Ball inside. Getting a little greedy that time was Tucker Pierce. He said, well, I keep going inside, keep getting him to bail. But that one twirled too far inside. So that'll even the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way here. And fouling it off. Boy, that's a tough pitch. It'll stay 2-2. And you kind of get the idea that maybe the front getting here a little bit quicker, and we're not getting that dead period because what had been almost due south now beginning to swirl a little bit out of the west. 2-2 pitch downstairs for a ball, 3-2. Sadly, there's no moisture with it for us. Again, the forecast for latter part of next week, starting on Thursday and then into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right now they're saying 50 to 60% chances of rain. Back to the screen, and a good job by Warner to fight that one off. It'll stay full, 3-2. And again, Aiden's mom, Jennifer, reminding us to remind you that the All Sports Banquet is set for Thursday, May 11th. It'll be here before we know it, right? Ground ball towards short. Let's see if Aiden can beat out another one. Long throw, not nearly in time. And Warner, for the third time here tonight, has got himself an infield single. Moving to third on the play is Jackson Brooks. So Mangum with runners at the corners, still just one out. And an opportunity for Jackson Reisner. Reisner over 2. He has struck out and flying to center. Fly ball right now would probably get Brooks, well, the courtesy runner for Brooks, home from third base. And again, the wind really beginning to swirl. And starting to change directions as well. Goodness. Got some dust devils beginning to form in the infield. And again, Cordell coach Bobby Blackburn not happy with his club as he bounds out of the dugout with a very stern walk about him. 11-10, Mangum by 1. We're in the third, and we are the Fox Radio Network.
Bexar County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
If you started college but haven't finished, you may feel like your story is already written. Remember, you're the author, and where your story goes from here is up to you. Finish your degree with Reach Higher at Western Oklahoma State College. Reach Higher can put you on a program path designed to help you earn your associate degree from Western. Start writing your next chapter today. Visit wosc.edu/reach to find out how. Reach Higher with Western Oklahoma State College. Call 580-477-7742.
Home plate umpire reminding Coach Blackburn that's your second visit. Next time you got to make a pitching change. So Rivera will stay at short and Pierce will stay at the pitcher's mound. And Cordell will come in at third and in the middle part of the infield. Jackson Reisner showing bunt, takes it for a strike. Jogging into second base will be Aiden Warner. He's there with one gone. Jackson Brooks, courtesy runner, over at third. So again, Ashton Wetzel, or rather Jackson Reiser, just put the ball in play somewhere. In on the grass, Kennedy at third. There's a ball. And the count on Reisner now 1-1. 1-1 offering. Lifted high in the air behind home plate. And calling for it will be the pitcher. Making the catch for out number 2 is Tucker Pierce. And again, I'm not sure catcher Scott Regier ever found the baseball. It'll go as a foul out 1. 2 gone, and Ashton Wetzel, who started off the inning with a ground ball back to the pitcher, Tucker Pierce, will bat for the second time in the inning. Ground ball towards third, underneath the glove of Kennedy, and into left field. 1 run will score. They're going to go ahead and send from second base Warner all the way home. He scores easily. Couple of RBI for the 9th place hitter. And Mangum extends the lead. They're now on top 13-10. So Mason Parker, a couple of RBI. He singles with 2 out here in inning number 3. Back to the top we go. Oh, check that. That was Ashton Wetzel. I'm sorry. That was Wetzel who got the single and the 2 RBI. My mistake. Here's Mason Parker. Parker singled his last time around. There goes the runner, and stealing second base easily will be Ashton Wetzel. So Mangum now has batted around in the inning. Parker ahead in the count 1-0. As we mentioned, he singled his first time this inning, stole a base, scored on an error. Head in the count here 1-0. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. So Mangum has batted around 2 of the 3 innings. Same story for Cordell. That's why it's 13-10 in the third. Oh, there is no time limit, by the way. 2-0 pitch. Inside for a ball, 3-0. And Mason now a pitch away from turning over the lineup and getting the top of the order back in there. Shane Hagee has joined us along with Patricia Stover. Good evening, folks. 3-0 pitch on the way here, ball 4. Ball gets away from the catcher, and Wetzel will move up 90 feet to third base. Parker aboard with the walk, and here comes Action Pride. And One-Eyed Jack, who is healed up now, will step in. Getting hot inside the truck, is it? Runners at first and third. Let's see what Ashton can do here. Pride been on board all 3 times in the ball game. Here goes the runner. They will not throw down. Parker in scoring position. Give him a stolen base. Although some may say catcher's indifference in the count on Ashton 1-0. Pride singled, stole a base, and scored in the first. Singled, drove in 2 his second time in the first. And then reached on an error, stole a base, and scored last inning. There's a shot into center field, and that'll get over Corbin's head, roll all the way to the wall. 2 runs will score quite easily. Ashton on his way to third, head down, and he's in there standing up with a triple and a couple of RBI. And now Mangum on top, 15-10. Well, again, if you're an outfielder, it is a difficult position to be in. With the wind howling the way it is, and it just goes on and on. Speaking of going on and on, pitch outside to Braylon Martinez. Debbie Pride took it upon herself to come all the way down from the first base side to the fans here in the middle of the stadium and say, that's his mother's athleticism. I don't think so. 2-0 now on Braylon Martinez. Braylon walked and scored his last time around. I'm just trying to imagine Debbie being able to run from home all the way to third base. 2-0 pitch, called strike. 2-1. Although she may just leave the home and go to third. I think she's in a T-ball game or something. 2-1 pitch, ground ball towards short. Gobbled up by Rivera. His throw in time for the out. And the inning will come to a close. Thank you, Chad Fox. But not before Mangum retakes the lead. We'll go to the top of the fourth, 15-10. Tigers on top. We are the Fox Radio Network.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Around here, we say go Tigers. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We love our Mangum Tigers, so suit up in your best and brightest orange, and we will see you at the games. Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Hi, I'm Anna at Dapper 14 Boutique in Mangum. Are you looking for new clothes and accessories that are on trend, flattering, and comfy? Dapper 14 is just the place. We carry sizes small through 3X. Stop by 209 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Find us on Facebook or Instagram, or visit the website at dapyr14.com. We appreciate our customers, we love our community, and we always root for the Tigers.
Jamie's Auto is proud to sponsor Mangum Tiger sports coverage. When you need a new-to-you reliable vehicle, always remember to visit Jamie's Auto Sales on Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Jamie makes it easy to buy a great used car with 5 lenders available, and your new-to-you vehicle comes with a 3-month 4,500 GWC powertrain warranty. Talk about peace of mind. Remember Jamie's Auto in Mangum for your next vehicle purchase. And go Tigers.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Point of the schedule that is really testing the depth of baseball teams. Mangum, for example, a couple of weeks ago playing in the short grass tournament. Then last week they had the ball games on Monday and Tuesday night. 3 games, Battle of the Big Bats played last night and here again tonight. So Casey Kroom really needing Jackson Brooks to continue what he did at the tail end of inning number 3 when he got a couple of strikeouts and only gave up 1 run in the frame. Starts off 0-1 here on Scout, Scout will take downstairs 1-1 now on Scout. Regier has walked twice and scored a run. Again, both teams playing last night. High-scoring affair for Mangum. They're playing in a tournament this weekend over at Granite. So, again, you gotta make sure that you take care of your arms. Brooks, fastball there, right on by Regier. And the count now 1-2 on the catcher for Cordell. One-two offering on the way here. Mason Hoppengardner was ready to fire that one down to third base. He thought that was cold strike 3. Instead, it's 2-2. Hoppy working quickly. We appreciate that. 2-2 pitch. There's cold strike 3. So Hoppengardner, another strikeout. That is his third in an inning and a third. 1 gone now for Alex Kennedy, the third baseman. Kennedy has walked a couple of times, stolen a base, and scored a run. First pitch to Alex downstairs for ball, 1-0. And again, I'll play the umpire. And again, I'm not finding fault, but you got to hang in there, man. 1-0 pitch in on the hands, 2-0. Those big heavy shoes on that are going to protect you, and your shin guards and your chest protector and mask, and you're still going to get hit. And it's going to hurt. 2-0 pitch. Sweeping curveball, 3-0.
Come back to 3 here.
Pitch, Jackson Brooks. Called strike, 3-1. My dear late friend Fred Hancock, probably, I want to say about 10 years ago. 3-1 pitch, upstairs for ball, and Kennedy is aboard. We were umpiring a tournament over here in Mangum. It wasn't Little League, but it wasn't high school, obviously. But anyhow, we were umpiring a tournament, and like the first pitch of the game, kid that was pitching could just throw smoke. Pitch downstairs to Corbin Dobbs in the dirt, and that'll allow Kennedy to get to second base on the wild pitch. Anyhow, kid pitching could throw smoke, and a big kid at the plate fouled it off just enough that it came right back and hit Fred in the mask. And I thought I've seen guys take punches before, but Fred took this. He took the mask off and stumbled around. Took a page from Muhammad Ali. I could have hit him, Howard, but he kept moving away. And to his credit, Fred put the mask back on and went back to work behind the dish. There's a pitch downstairs for a ball, 2-0. I told him time to get Fred, I'll take your no, Barnes, I'm gonna stick it out. And he did. You had little leaguers that played basketball or baseball, softball. You know who Fred Hancock was. He's a gentleman, good man. 2-1 now on Dobbs. And he loved doing the 5- and 6-year-old basketball down at the City Gym in Altus. So if that rings a bell for you, 2-1 pitch on the way here. Fouled on the right side, 2-2. And every year, as close to Halloween as he could, the Saturday that we would call games, Saturday mornings with the little kids, Fred would dress up in a Batman costume and officiate the 5- and 6-year-olds in his Batman costume. Love the kids. His games took forever. The 5- and 6-year-olds were supposed to be over in about 25 or 30 minutes, and Fred, he would coach kids up the whole time. 2-2, ground ball headed towards short. Big hop for Ashton. He'll set fire, get the out. Advancing to third will be Alex Kennedy, but there are 2 gone for Cordell here in inning number 4. So 2 gone for Brandon Walker. Walker, the 9th place hitter. He is grounded out twice, both times back to the pitcher. 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Outside the ball, 1-0. And a bank of lights have gone out here in left field. Still plenty that you can still see, but it was noticeable when it went out. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1 now on Walker. Mangum leading 15-10 here in the top half of inning number 4. Jackson Brooks. They went home plate umpire squeezing him a little bit. There's been a couple of pitches that have looked pretty good. And you can tell Jackson a little bit frustrated by the calls. He'll spend a little extra time looking at the coaching staff, getting the signal for the pitch. 2-1 offering here. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now on Walker. Cordell got 3 in the first, 6 in the second, 1 in the third. 2-2 count here. Runner at third. 2 going. 9th place hitter. Jackson upstairs with the pitch. The count full, 3-2. You do not want to turn the lineup over. Go get the 9th place hitter and end the inning. Especially since Vicki Lawrence is singing, that's the 9th of the lights went out at the ballpark. Payoff pitch on the way here. And a good job there. He gets the strikeout. Ball popped out of the glove of Hoppengardner, but Mason will throw down to first, and the inning will come to an end. So Cordell comes up empty in their half of the 4th. No runs, no hits. There was a walk and a runner left on board. We have played 3.5. Mangum 15, Cordell 10. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Great food made fresh with the best ingredients possible under the direction of Chef George is what you'll find at the newly remodeled J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum. Now, if you haven't tried the Mexican and American favorites at J&P Mexican Grill, what are you waiting for? They're open Tuesday through Saturday for lunch, dinner, featuring homemade desserts. For takeout, call 580-706-5042 and like them on Facebook. J&P Mexican Grill in Mangum.
Hello, this is Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner with the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum. We are friendly hometown folks and treat patients of all ages, newborns through adults, for wellness and sick visits, as well as management of chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Call the clinic in Mangum at 580-782-3393 for an appointment today.
Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
The Mangum Tag Agency is easy to find at 108 East Pierce Street in Mangum. When you need license tags, registration, driver's license renewal, pipe passes, or real ID, Tom and Cynthia Clark are there for you, and they can help you at the Mangum Tag Agency at 580-782-3004, 782-3004.
Going to get our third pitcher of the night for Cordell. J.D. Maddox has come in from left field. And the left-hander will be on the bump for Cordell. He'll face numbers 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup for Mangum. That is Nate Augustine, Mason Hoppengardner, and Jackson Brooks. So an unenviable time to come into the game if you're the left-hander. Face the heart of the order right away. So again, a bank of lights going out in left field. And we still got daylight, and it's just 8:05, so we still have some daylight. But with the nighttime sky as murky as it is, it'll be interesting to see just how difficult it is to see. No pun intended. So how are things in the truck? I think you were looking for snacks, but Power shut the concession stand down. He must have an 8 o'clock curfew on that thing. All right, so here's Augustine. Nate hit one a long way his last time around. Drove in a couple of runs. Looks at the ball here, 1-0. Facing the left-hander, tall, lanky left-hander. 1-0 pitch. Signed for ball, 2-0. Augustine is single and a stolen base. Run scored in the first. Grounded out to end the inning. And then hit the double back in the third. Rolls this one on the ground towards third. Backhanded. Long throw and off the bag and safe. Great job by Augustine to hustle all the way down the field. And the throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. And he could not recover in time. So Augustine safe at first base with nobody out here in inning number 4. Mason Hoppengardner now will step in. Hoppengardner, RBI single and a run scored in the first. Fly to right in the second. And drove in a run an inning ago. He also scored. There goes Augustine. He's got the base stolen easily and is in scoring position with nobody out. Pitch to Mason inside for ball. 1-0 on Hoppy. Mangum has trailed 2 different times in the ball game and has fought their way all the way back and now lead by 5 here in the fourth, 15-10. Leadoff runner aboard in the inning. Hoppengardner takes upstairs for a ball. 2-0 on Mason. We wish that Chad had his headset on. I'd like to talk to him a little bit about some of the fervor over the LSU-Iowa game the other day. Women's National Championship. That one fouled over our head. Chad had no idea where the ball was, and it banged off the roof, and he jumped as though he had been shot. 2-1 now on Hoppengardner. A lot of folks upset with the LSU players with their hand over the face look at the end of the ball game. When they just absolutely, that ball's going to be fair. Yeah, everybody fooled by that. Hoppengardner put that one up in the air on the right side. Looked like it was going to get out of play, and the wind is blowing so hard, it just blew it back into right field for a fair ball. Wow. So Augustine scores easily from second base. The defense, yours truly, everybody in the house gave up on that one. And again, the wind just simply pushed it back into the field of play. So Hoppengardner, the RBI single, that'll make it 16-10. Mason at first with nobody out, and Jackson Brooks will step in. Brooks, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored, 2 for 3. Pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. It was the same move that Caitlin Clark had done many times during the tournament, and nobody had any problems with it. And if you'll remember in the semifinal game Friday night, she actually looked at one of the players that was going to shoot for South Carolina and waved her off, said, I'm not even going to guard you. Go ahead and shoot. There goes the runner, and Hoppengardner will chug into second base, standing up. Mason in scoring position with nobody out. Count on Jackson Brooks now, 1-1. 16-10 ball game here in the fourth. 1-1 pitch from the left-hander. Outside for a ball. And they count 2-1 on Jackson Brooks. So hitters count for sure. The speedy Aiden Warner, who has done his Ichiro impersonation from the right side of the batter's box, slapping the ball and getting on base all 3 times tonight, waits in the on-deck circle. 2-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat. And had the concession stand been open, that would have gone right in. And if Debbie Pride was athletic as she said she was, she would have caught it on the ricochet. It didn't happen. 2-2 now, the count on Jackson Brooks. Runner at second base, it's Hoppengardner. Mangum with 1 across in the inning so far. Ball 3 to Jackson upstairs. One of the lights out there in left field trying to come back on. Winking, blinking, and nod. Payoff pitch now to Jackson. Brooks had a cut. Boy, he was right on it and just missed by a fraction. It'll stay 3-2. When they come back on a rocket back to the backstop, you're just off. So again, the payoff pitch on the way to Brooks. Jackson lifts this one in the air on the right side, and it will get out of play. 3-2. Well, you go back to Hoppengardner, and that ball that it did, you just thought it was out of play on the right side, and the spin on it and the wind shoved it back into shallow right field. Mason out at second. Pitch on the way to Jackson Brooks. Ball 4, runners at first and second. Good job of battling that time by Jackson. So Brooks is at first. Hoppengardner at second. And we talked about Warner and his speed. He is 3 for 3 with a run scored, 2 stolen bases. 2 runs scored, actually. By the way, the lights have come back on out there in left field. Well, 3 of the 4. Which Meatloaf modified to say 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Warner takes for a ball, 1-0. Well, when your sidekick doesn't bring his headset and it's 16-10, you go everywhere you can. 1-0 pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. No, you're fine. Chad been burning up the highway between here and Lawton. Count 2-0 now on Aiden Warner. Outside for ball 3, 3-0. Chad, a man who wears many hats. None of them well. They all fit differently. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the fourth. Aiden Warner ahead in the count, 3-0. You got to believe he's got the green light here. Nope, ball 4. It's too high. So Hoppengardner will go to third. Brooks to second. And Warner at first base. And here comes Jackson Reisner. Reisner an opportunity. Jackson has worn the color tonight. He has struck out, flied out, and fouled out. See if he can't put the ball in play here. Cordell in on the grass on the infield. Cold strike. Jackson taking all the way. 0-1 on Reisner. Talked earlier about the bottom third of the lineup producing here this afternoon and this evening, and really looking for them to produce right about now. Upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Ashton Wetzel, who's been on board a couple of times, waits in the on-deck circle, and Mason Parker, the ninth place hitter, been on board all 3 times. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Down in the dirt, gets to the screen. Coming home from third will be Hoppengardner. The courtesy runner will go to third. And a second will go Aiden Warner. So Hoppengardner makes it a 17-10 ball game. Going to go about halfway on the infield now with first base not occupied. Cordell defensively. 2-1 pitch upstairs for a ball. And the count 3-1 on Jackson Reisner. Again, Reisner just looking to put it in play, use his speed. Takes ball 4, bases loaded. So here comes Ashton Wetzel. Wetzel walked, stole a base, scored in the first. Grounded back to the pitcher in the third. And then drove in 2 and scored an inning ago. Hits with the bases loaded. Again, the infield in for Cordell. 17-10 ball game. Healthy cut there for Wetzel. Came up empty, 0-1 on Ashton. Little surprised that he was swinging in that case. Down on the count, 0-1. Pitch inside. And the count 1-1. And one of the fans who told him to wear it, it was his teammates telling him to wear that one. They can do that. They know what it's like. They have permission. Now look at the lead at second base for Warner. Ground ball, ooh, just foul on the third base side. And the count 1-2 now on Wetzel. Courtesy runner for Brooks over at third. Warner at second. Reisner at first. Still nobody out in the inning. Mangum leading 17-10. And the count 1-2 on Ashton Wetzel. Line drive, base hit, left field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. They're going to send Reisner. He will score. Trying to get to third will be Wetzel. He is out. Give him a double, 3 RBI on the play. And that will give the victory to the Mangum Tigers. They will win it by a score of 20-10. Mangum wins it 20-10 over Cordell. We're back to wrap it up after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
We yell loud and proud because we love the Mangum Tigers. This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. On and off the field, we support the Tigers through and through because once you're a Tiger, you're always a Tiger. And Cattlemen's Bank is Tiger proud.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security disability. They have 1 bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. Call Brenda at 580-782-2452 for more information.
Well, we talked about the bottom third of the lineup producing, and they certainly did there in inning number 4. And the bases clearing triple off the bat of Ashton Wetzel, ending the ball game, and Mangum wins it by a final score of 20-10, and they snap that 3-game losing streak. Headed to the tournament this week over at Granite. Memory serves me correct, they will play at 11 o'clock on Thursday morning. So again, 20-10, your final score. Mangum wins it tonight, getting off the deck 2 different times after trailing this ball game against Cordell. For Chad Fox, I'm Michael Barnes. Thanks for joining us for Mangum and Cordell baseball tonight on your sports leader, the Fox Radio Network.